Ready, guys? What's up?
Hello, teacher.
Hello. Good night, eh?
Good night, teacher.
Hello.
Hello. Where were you?
The in the street it's a chaos. Several.
I imagine that because on Tuesday there was a manifestation in Reforma. Do they continue or what's up?
No, for the rain.
It's raining.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe that was the problem. No.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay.
And on the subway, the people is very crazy.
People are.
two men.
Two men.
Two men. Who do you say? Casi, casi.
Oh, how do you say casi?
Half? No.
Almost.
Almost?
Okay. Do you remember almost?
Yeah. Almost fight
irregular.
Fought, yeah. In the subway. And I think the Mexican man because the other man I think the American black man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the Mexican man said it is Mexico. You know staying in my country, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I oh my god, what is the verb?
It was a situation of racism, Cesar?
Yeah, because the Mexican man said, I know my how do you say derechos?
Rights.
Rights? I know my rights. You're the, oh my god, what is your fucking problem?
I know my rights. Who? The American guy or the Mexican guy?
The Mexican guy said, I know my Brooks.
Rights.
Brooks.
And rights. It's left and right.
Right.
Left and right. So I know my rights.
I know my rights. And the American man.
It's one Superman, many X-Men.
Yeah. Men. The American man don't speak about this commentary.
Was he speaking in English or Spanish?
Bilingual. The American man first speak in English and say, hey, what's up, man? You are fucking shut up your fucking mouth and the Mexican said, I know my rights. And
in English or in Spanish? In Mexican?
In Spanish. An American said in Spanish, shut up, man. And only silent American man. And I'm very
difficult situation.
No, this is not the problem. The problem is that the Mexican people loud for this situation.
Okay. Oy. Yeah, because yes, in this moment we are not happy that they came to Mexico. We are not happy.
I dying of rage.
You what?
I'm dying of rage.
Rash.
Rash.
What is rash?
Rash. For feeling.
No, rage.
Rage, yeah.
Enojo, no?
Yeah.
Rage.
Rage.
I don't know, man. I am 50% with the Mexican guy at this point. You know?
Yeah.
I see English, I see American people every single day in the street. Every single day. And I'm like, they are like, the government is giving them very good benefits because they spend dollars in Mexico. But for Mexican people, they need to spend more thanks to them. Because the government is helping them, like they are promoting the visitors, no? And that's good. The problem is that they give them too much benefits.
Yeah.
I think that it is a social problem. I don't think the government have to see about it.
Exactly.
Yes.
But that's the problem. The government is watching in this moment. They sign a contract with UNESCO and Airbnb to bring more American people to these areas, downtown, to Reforma,
Condesa.
There's a lot of Airbnbs, and they have a contract with the government and Airbnb.
Yeah.
Independently, the city is a chaos now because previously to the Halloween
celebration party.
Yes, exactly. Halloween celebration and parties is I'm come for the north of the city, specifically Cuautitlan.
Okay.
It's very
it's a
much
problem.
Traffic. Yes.
Yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, the problem is not normally Mexico City is a problem, but today it's even bigger. It's even bigger, especially in these situations, because Mexican people have few money to spend, but now everything is more expensive for two reasons. For one side, the inflation, another side, American visitors. So you have double inflation in Mexico, and the poor people are not happy. People are not happy because of that.
Because the American people buy more expensive for anything.
Exactly.
For example, in Condesa, the restaurants or I work in Half Project Condesa. In this place, the menu is in English.
Okay.
And it's more expensive for pay only cheese sandwich, for example. The cost for cheese sandwich, it's 220 pesos
for a cheese sandwich.
Yeah. And the American people saw me eating my home food and your gesticulation,
their face
is
exactly.
What's up, man?
Exactly.
Why
the problem
in the topper?
Exactly. That's the issue. That's precisely the issue. They have no idea, and they think, oh, let's visit Mexico because of the culture and because of the fantastic celebrations. Nah, they are not coming here for the culture. They are coming because it's cheap.
Yeah.
They are coming because it's very cheap.
And the American people saw me when I eating the tamal, and
their face.
Her face is for you or
Exactly, dude.
depressing.
That's super bad. That's exactly why Mexican people are not happy with visitors in this moment.
No. But I have friends, American friends, and it's the other situation.
Of course, because you know them.
Yeah. For contrary, my friend, American friend, told me that
It's a gossip.
Yeah, love it. Culture Mexican, and he, my friend,
exactly. Person compliment.
He love it. Culture Mexican, and
Mexican culture.
He is ballet dancing.
Okay, dancer.
Dancer, yeah, ballet dancer, and told me, "Hey, come on, look at me in a castle of Chapultepec for my presentation." Yo, very, very cool.
It's different, no? It's different when they come for different reasons. When visitors come for curiosity, when they come for work, but in this kind of context, not because it's cheap, they change the whole mentality, and we Mexican, we like to raise the price so they can pay better. The problem is that the rest of the people is like, come on, man, today your service was 2 pesos and now your service is 10 pesos. Do you know Ojo de Agua, the restaurant?
Yeah.
Ojo de Agua was expensive 1 year ago. Today it's double the price. I went 2 years ago, and then I went again a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, what happens here? Like, I was watching the menu, all surprised. The prices were very high.
Yeah. Only don't pay for enter in Ojo de Agua.
Exactly. You only pay just to enter, and there's no
cover.
Exactly. Now it's a cover to enter a small restaurant in the street, to eat a tamal in the street. Just imagine.
Yeah, no? I saw yesterday the cempasúchil, or some flowers cempasúchil, and I saw the price, and I said, oh my god, because I don't know, 10 flowers is 100, yeah, 100 pesos.
2 flowers?
10 flowers.
10 flowers, okay.
The cempasúchil flowers. On the cempasúchil flowers, the price is minimum. In my
10 pesos each flower, no?
10 pesos each flower.
Yeah, in my town is the price is very slow. And
low, not slow.
What?
Low, not slow.
Yeah. In the Condesa, the price is very expensive.
10 pesos, yes. Yes, because those are the areas for American people. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Just remember that we are 2 American people.
Yeah.
We are American people, but Mexico.
Yeah, the problem is that they don't remember that. We know. They think is the nationality. No, and they are super confused.
Exactly. That is a issue with a purpose.
Purpose.
Purpose, yes, with purpose. since many years ago.
Exactly. Yeah, there are many political purposes in language, no?
Yes, but we are two American people.
Definitely.
Mexicans, but American people too.
Yeah, because the continent is America. The problem is that we know that. We Mexicans, we know that. They don't. They don't consider themselves United Statesians, you know?
Yeah.
They never say, I am United Statesian. Or
they are American people from US.
American people from
we are
US.
American people from Mexico.
That's exactly the issue.
Yes.
So they come to Mexico and they say, I am American. No, brother.
Yes.
You are
All
not
the
American.
Mexicans, we have to mention it.
Yes.
We are American people from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
We are American people.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Exactly. And we have the responsibility, the moral obligation to tell them, hey, this is America too, eh? And we have also rules and limitations and control, you know?
Yes. Is the about Doctrina Monroe.
Mm-hmm. What is that? What is Doctrina Monroe?
Doctrina Monroe is about of American from the Americans, but they think that they only are Americans.
Yes. Yes.
Latin Americans, no, only they. But there is not.
Exactly. We all are America.
Yes, totally. We have to defend that issue.
I agree with you. In this moment, it's a problem. In this moment, it's a problem. They represent a massive inflation problem for the rest of the people and the housing business, like rents, houses, the business of housing, plus services and prices in different areas. Yes, they are receiving the affectation. So we as Mexican people, we are going to the rest of the city that is not downtown. You cannot go to downtown now because you're going to spend a lot of money. It's like visiting a shopping mall. In a shopping mall, a coffee is 40 pesos, but in the street is 10. So now it's similar. You go to downtown, you go to Reforma, the coffee is 40 pesos, 60 pesos, 100 pesos. No? So that's super strange. That's a big issue for me because I am an English teacher. I supposed to support the culture, no? But it's very difficult. In my case, it's super difficult to say, hey, this is super nice, eh? Yes. But anyway, let's do some practice. Let's clarify some questions that we have on the exam. Yes, to continue the review. Okay. With you guys, you Cesar, you Luis, please pay attention to your structures. Speak carefully. Be careful, Cesar. In the WhatsApp, you said, what did you say? I am to class, no?
Into class.
Into class, yes. Watch out, to.
In a class.
In the class.
Yeah, because it's the specific class.
Exactly, it's a specific class. Connector to is only for destinations. And take this note. Never collocate double connector. Double connector is always incorrect. Got it?
You got it.
Anyway, this is one of the one of the objectives of the level. We are speaking and we are practicing to eliminate common mistakes. Okay, the connector to, the connector in, the connector at, etc. And I want to check this with you. Okay, let's talk about the exam. And let's have a quick review of it.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I know, that's a lot of exams, no?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. So check this out. This is an expression, an exercise of reading. The first exercise was to read carefully, very, very meticulous analysis, right? We have mom, where is the dog? Mom, where is dog? Mom, where is dog? Mom, where is dog? I want to take it to the park. I want to take it to a park. I want to take it to the park, or I want to take it to park.
The first.
You say the first.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. What do you say, Luis?
I don't remember. Okay. Mom, what is the dog? I want to take. Yes, I say the first option.
Interesting. That is actually correct. That is correct. So the question here is, why not? Let's get over here. Here. What happened? Dirty. To the park, to the park, to the park. Here. So you say this one, no? Mom, where is the dog? I want to take it to the park. Why not the first? I want to take it to a park. What's the difference?
Okay. Because Mom, where is the dog? Because where is the dog? Say the specific dog and the specific park.
Okay, I like it. A specific dog and a specific park. So definitely, where is dog is incomplete, no?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. Then what happened to this one? Take it to a park.
Because a park is only one park, but don't say what park. Don't say doesn't say what park.
Yes, exactly. A park is any park. And we need to speak about a specific park because probably there is a specific park near your house, and a specific park that you usually go. Therefore, a park doesn't give me that information.
Yeah.
The park, yes. Right? Articles are super important to master this in this case. And it's super relevant in this case to say, hey, the and a are not connectors. Watch out, eh? Articles are not connectors. They are descriptions. A park and the park. These words are descriptions because we confuse them with connector to.
Yeah.
But connector to has no relation with articles. You can say to the park, for example, like in answer number 3, to the park. Right?
Right.
So take a mental note. Articles are not connectors. They are not equivalent. Right? Yes or no?
Of course.
Okay. So let's go with the next one. Luis, after work and usually goes home. After work and usually, after the work and usually goes home. Which one is correct and why?
In this case is correct. The first option.
The first option, after work. Why?
After work, Excuse me?
Why?
Because after work, doesn't need to specific it.
Very good.
No?
Specify.
Specify.
Specify it. Correct.
Specify.
Correct. Work is only one. So when it's only one, it's not necessary to specify what work because you only have one. No? Perfect,
Yes.
Luis. You are correct. Very good. Okay, excellent, guys. Let's pause because Jessie is going to take attendance. Go, Jessie. Hello.
Hi, good night.
Good night, girl.
May I to speak Spanish?
Yes, please.
Gracias. Tomando la asistencia, nada más estaría Roberto y César.
Sí. Roberto no. Es Luis.
Luis y César. Ah, muy bien. Sí, de acuerdo.
¿Bien?
Muchas gracias, que estén muy bien.
A ti, Jessie.
Buenas noches.
See you. Very good. So you have no problem with this exercise, eh? Very good. Congratulations. My favorite day is Friday. I have a question with this. My favorite day is Friday. My favorite days is Friday. My favorite days is on Friday. And my favorite day is the Friday. Which one is correct and why? Caesar. We also have here the 2010 or only 2010?
Only 2010. My favorite day is Friday, and 2010 was my favorite year.
You are correct. How do you know?
Because only have one day for name Friday, and only exist 2010 year.
Year 2010. Switch.
Year 2010.
Watch out! You have a lot of problems with adjective and noun. Be careful, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Anyway, it's good. It's good. Very, very nice. There is not necessary. The article is not necessary because it's only 1 year. Similar to work, similar to home. No, it's not necessary to say that. Be careful because when you speak, sometimes you say this mistake because we think in Spanish. In Spanish, we say, voy a ir al cine el viernes. So in Spanish, there is an article, el viernes. When we pass to English, we say the Friday because we are thinking in English. So remember this, eliminate the days of the week, years, and months don't need articles. Okay? Excellent. So there's no problem. Articles were good here. All the different questions are for the utilization of articles, and we have some expressions. Oh yeah, I need to complete it. To pass to the other side. Okay, part 2, gossip structures. These are, yesterday, Xochitl said that this was super difficult. Do you agree with Xochitl? Do you think gossip is difficult?
So.
Why?
In different exercise, I'm confused.
Exercise singular or exercises plural?
Exercises.
Okay.
Because I don't remember. I don't remember well.
Okay.
The structure, but I take my time for reading the exercise, and I suppose that it's correct, my answer.
Exactly. The memorization of structures is fundamental. Fundamental here. Structure. Because number one, we need to dominate the basic structures, which are these ones. No? The first issue is to memorize these structures. These are the basic structures, fundamentals. And then the second problem is the transition of these structures. The transitions are this. If you understand yesterday's class, we spoke about the time expression. And the time expression helps you understand the structure. Then when you gossip, you need to pass the structure to past. This is the logic.
Yeah.
Then take the time expression, check the original idea, pass it to past. Okay.
Yeah, no, but my confused in the
my confusion.
My confusion is, for example, in the exercise, say the obligation or suggestion. Suggestion. Or say.
When you need to modify it, no?
Yeah.
Okay, we are talking about other structures. We are talking about,
for example, hey, you turn off the light.
Exactly, which is an order, no?
Yeah, the order for suggestion.
Exactly.
Or only idea for, yeah, in this case, yeah.
Yes, totally. That's super important. Super important. Let me speak Spanish for that, ¿no? Can I?
Yeah.
Cuando estamos hablando de este tipo de estructuras, bueno, más bien, cuando queremos aprender a hablar un idioma, nos enfocamos mucho en las reglas gramaticales, cuando de hecho el idioma es muy flexible, ¿sabes? Entonces, en este caso, por ejemplo, puede ser muy útil las estructuras cuando hablamos de la estructura 1. Una oración normal, una pregunta. Pero cuando pasamos a reportar, por ejemplo, una orden, a reportar un agradecimiento, a reportar una sugerencia, como tú dices, ahí nos tenemos que adaptar más a qué está pasando en la oración, qué intención tenía el que habla y cómo lo dirías tú en español. La forma está muy rara porque, por ejemplo, he escuchado gente decir, me dijo gracias. Cuando se podría decir, me agradeció.
Sí.
Ajá. ¿Me explico? Entonces, usamos la forma más compleja a veces, hasta en nuestro propio idioma. Entonces, no se trata de hacer la forma más correcta, sino son hábitos de habla que tú tengas a la hora de construir una oración. En el examen, no te la pongo mal o bien. Más bien, si tu estructura está bien, no importa cómo lo pusiste, yo te la pongo bien. Aunque no hayas usado suggested, aunque no hayas usado greeted, aunque no hayas usado welcomed, por ejemplo. Eso sí, si te falta el that, o en vez de if me pusiste that, eso sí es estructura.
Sí, o en lugar del WH word, ¿no?
En lugar del WH word que pongas un if, ahí sí crasheamos. Eso sí es un error, pero en la otra parte es muy tu decisión, porque les doy la libertad a ustedes de decir la oración como ustedes lo dirían en su día a día.
Sí, sí, porque justo antes, cuando era pregunta, yo ponía he asked me y ponía la pregunta, pero eso está mal.
Claro, gramaticalmente sí hay algo de fallas. Pero vas a encontrar gente que lo diga. Entonces, ¿qué hacemos? O sea, yo como profe tengo que ser un poquito flexible con eso y decir, la gente va a hablar de esta forma y probablemente lo vayas a escuchar de esta forma también. Te dejo esta segunda opción. En las notas de abajo siempre les pongo opción 2, tal. Cada vez que chequen su examen, estudien las notas que les pongo porque ahí es donde está la forma más gramaticalmente correcta y la que pueden ejercitar ustedes. ¿Vale? Pero este tema lo quería tocar desde hace mucho con ustedes, justamente. Sí. Solamente enfóquense en usar una buena estructura y de transmitir la idea con la intención original de quien lo dijo. ¿Sí? Pasar bien el chisme, pues.
Sí.
Eso es el único objetivo. Si pasaste bien el chisme, está bien.
Ser buenos chismosos.
Sí, ser buenos chismosos. Ese es el objetivo del nivel, de hecho. Ajá. Y ya, es lo único que tenemos que hacer. Pasar bien el chisme, checar que la estructura esté de acuerdo a la información y ya como lo quieras decir, no importa que lo hayas hecho demasiado extenso o lo hayas hecho muy conciso, si tienes la idea original, va bien. Son los 3 puntos.
Ya. Sí, porque supongo en el examen de certificación te preguntan mucho de tu pasado o cosas así, ¿no?
Efectivamente. Y si eres capaz de usar este tipo de verbos, son puntos extras, porque son vocabularios B1. Si yo te escucho decir, he told him welcome, esa oración cuenta como un A2. Pero si tú dices, he welcomed him, eso es un B1. Solamente porque cambiaste una palabra y usaste una palabra más extensa, más de un nivel más arriba, pues.
Sí.
Los certificadores te checan eso. Eso específicamente.
Ok.
Está bueno, ¿no?
Sí, muy bueno.
Entonces, lo que tienes que hacer es aprenderte todas estas palabras que vengan marcadas con el B1. En el vocabulario viene, todas estas, sobre todo esta de acá, la 4, son palabras B1. Lo vimos aquí. En esta de acá.
Sí, sí recuerdo.
Ahí es donde sube tu nivel, justamente.
Sí.
Deny, dismiss, exclude, discard, retire, leave. Todas estas son palabras nada básicas. Son ya de niveles altos. ¿Ok?
Sí.
Very good. So justamente qué bueno que tocaras ese tema porque sí, la estructura es la que cuenta, la forma de hablar, esa la pones tú. Así es como nos podemos organizar. ¿Sí? Y en el examen, sé perfectamente cómo hablas. Entonces, al momento de checar, yo digo, así es como lo entendió, así es como lo diría, y siento que César así habla, entonces va bien.
Ya.
En este caso no les di muchas opciones. Fue así de, ok, nada más era checar cuál era el correcto. Ya ven que en exámenes anteriores tenían que escribir toda la oración completa.
Sí.
Aquí no, aquí nada más tenían que checar el error.
Sí, justo fue más como cuál me cuadra más.
Correcto, exactamente. Sí, precisamente, con todos los conceptos que ya hemos visto antes.
Ya.
Ok. Ok, tenemos ahorita ya nada más 5 minutitos porque se nos fue el tiempo, pero los exámenes los quiero terminar este fin de semana para que ya los tengan y que tengan su feedback completo, que puedan leer feedbacks y que puedan ponerse objetivos para el siguiente mes. Estamos ya a nada de terminar el nivel. Entonces, súper urge tener una conciencia continua de cada una de las oraciones que decimos. ¿Sí? No se presionen en el vocabulario, pero sí presionense en colocar palabras que sí vayan de acuerdo al contexto. ¿Me explico?
Y no hablar rápido.
Exacto, no, eso es muy importante. No es tiempo de acelerarnos, nos aceleramos en C1. Ahí es donde sí nos vamos a ir rápido. Ahorita no hay prisas. El punto es ir lento, pero seguros.
Y, por ejemplo, teacher, en este ejercicio, welcome to Starbucks, may I take your order? Yo no vi esa clase porque no pude estar,
¿A poco?
pero sí, justo, creo que fue la del viernes. Pero yo escribí a como lo pediría y me basé en lo que vimos de los adjetivos.
Ok.
O sea, sí, dame un caramel macchiato con leche de coco, 2 de azúcar. Pero ya después cuando vimos ayer, me pareció, que vimos como rápido las diapositivas no es cierto. Cuando fue el speaking,
Ok.
me tocó el de Starbucks.
Ok.
Y dije, chin, ya la regué porque este man me está diciendo que existen dos, caliente, frío, que existe ¿cómo se dice?
Ok.
Los tamaños. Y dije, rayos, yo en el examen no puse tamaño, no puse si lo quería caliente, no quise si lo quería frío, sino
Exacto.
simplemente dije, lo quiero con leche de coco,
Con esto y esto y esto.
esto de azúcar y es un caramel macchiato.
Bueno, pues en este caso sí, también tengo que aplicar flexibilidad yo también, porque no, aunque falten adjetivos, nada más quiero checar que estén bien puestos bien. Que me hayas dicho caramel macchiato en vez de macchiato caramel, por ejemplo.
Sí.
Eso es lo que sí checo. Ya que te hayan faltado algunos, no hay problema. Es un ejercicio de adjetivos nada más.
Sí, porque justo igual en el de Simplex fue como de, oye, quiero entradas para la película de terror. Bueno, yo escribí eso. ¿Y me puedes
Ok.
checar mi tarjeta Simplex?
Por ejemplo, ok, justo.
Ah,
Esta estaría muy interesante porque en español es tarjeta Cineplex, en inglés sería Cineplex Card.
sí, creo que sí puse Cineplex Card.
Muy, muy importante. Ese es el objetivo de este ejercicio.
Ok.
Voy a checar esos con atención, ¿vale?
Bueno saber que, sí, porque le digo, justo no entré a esa clase, pero sí fue como de, bueno, Dios me da a entender que puedo pedir una cheeseburger de esta manera
Exacto.
y listo, ¿no?
Bien, vientos. Igual y sí la atinaste. Te voy a dar tu feedback con esa información.
Va.
All right.
Sure.
Very good, people. Pues gracias por venir. Nos vemos el día de mañana para empezar ya el ciclo, ahora sí, con el nuevo video, con nuevo vocabulario y fonética. All right.
Vale, muchas gracias a ti.
Que descansen.
Tomorrow, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you.